Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Homeward Bound. Grimes, you're at 2 hit points. William, you're at -9. You are in the Shadow Plane, in High Castle, in a tavern, and there's at least one spirit of fear lurking around. Dead, maybe gone forever, maybe not. Grimes.
Did we ever resolve my second attack? It's dead. It's dead forever. I hit it twice. Oh, I guess they happened simultaneously. Maybe it was a miss. Whatever.
I mean, you saw it evaporate.
I was trying to think if I don't know if we ever resolved damage from the second attack.
No, we didn't. It disappeared before your second attack could go in.
Sure. So Grimes has just lived out his worst fears, his nightmares. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he realizes that William's stable yet. I don't know. He's still laying across his bloody corpse when he feels a heartbeat next to his own.
Mm-hmm.
And I think his tears turns to weeping of happiness. And he probably just lays here for a while. Maybe the rest of the night.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Well, the night passes. The day passes, right? The light doesn't change. But you wake up later.
I sit up. Look at William next to me. Check his pulse. Or check his breath.
It's there.
Look around, so it wasn't a dream.
Wasn't.
William, you can't scare me like that. Grimes pulls on his armor. Gathers all the weapons into one room. Don't know if I can move William up to the castle or anywhere else. So we might be waiting here.
Might be difficult to move heavy, stone-footed William in his fragile condition. Probably a bad idea.
Yeah, so I'll lift him back into the bed.
Mm-hmm. You can bring his body and then one leg at a time. And you have seen combat for a long time. You're well experienced with the way people die. And you know if this man had a medic with him, he would still take about a week or so to recover. But those spirits inside of you, the ones that give you life, that keep you from needing food or water, might be the equivalent of a medic in this point of time. That means you're going to be here alone for a week.
So Grimes will do his best to treat William's wounds, bandage them. I think at some point that next day, I'll leave him alone for just long enough to go fetch some water.
Okay. You can get some water. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a well nearby.
Downstairs. There's got to be a well just around the corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it work? Does water come up?
Yeah, you drop a bucket down. You drop a bucket attached to rope down into the well.
Rope.
Yes, you found rope. And you pull up a bucket full of fresh water.
All right. I take the water with me. Take the rope with me. How many feet of rope is it?
150.
Oh, 150 feet of shadow rope.
Mm-hmm.
More precious than any magic weapon. I toss the Vorpal sword down the well to thank the gods. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I bring a bucket of water, boil it over the flame sword, boil some bandages, and nurse William's wounds.
Okay. You tend to...
I think I nap through the day. I don't know if days and nights are even apparent, but...
They're not.
I nap through the days and keep watch through the night, or whatever the closest I can discern to those things in. Leaving my armor on while I'm sleeping, for sure. And maybe like taking breaks out of it throughout the day if I need to mechanically. But I think we stay in William's room. Yeah, go ahead.
You can also wear like half of it if you need. Keep the breastplate on, but don't sleep with the leg armor or something.
Yeah. I would like to continue trying to commune with these shadow demons. See if I can sense them out and send a message to them to keep watch or look over him or something. Maybe I've tried the demon inside me. I tried the shadows in the forest. Maybe I'm trying to reach out now to the demon inside of William. Putting a hand on his chest, the one with the comprehend language ring on.
Ooh.
Some Yaramir.
Drawing a spirit blade into my offhand, closing my eyes. Can you hear me? I try to say in the language of the shadow demons, if that's possible, focusing my mind on the shadow. Can you hear me? I say in the shadow tongue.
I want to just roll back to something I remember from a long time ago here. Grimes was the most superstitious of the lot, weren't you?
Oh,
used to leave when Yaramir would do his fell magics.
Yeah. He was a good Marthan boy. I don't know. He went to Martha school, Catholic school. I don't know. Growing up, so it was like said his Hail Marthas and prayed that demons or necromancers weren't looking out for him. Threw salt over his shoulder and stayed the hell away from witches.
But here you are with a ring of comprehend languages, an ethereal dagger on another plane of existence, speaking to demons.
How far we've fallen. I think none of this is like, this isn't, Grimes is just doing what he has to survive. I don't think like the descent is obvious to him.
Is this all Yaramir's fault? Did his fell magics bring you here to this place?
No.
Was it your association with these dark wizards that have cursed you to live through this hell?
No, we've done a lot of awful things. Plenty of sins to go around. I don't think Yaramir's even on his mind either.
Okay.
Right.
No. Well, there comes a gentle, smooth, silky...
Was it you that saved him? This kind of surprises Grimes. Maybe the gods are here after all. Well, keep watch over him now. We're your only hope, your only way out of here. And I guess I try and foster this. I don't know do I feel a link or do I just hear them talking to me?
You feel it, but it's like you feel it in your bones, and the vibrations through your bones are what rings in your ears rather than a voice in the room.
Well, I trust the shadows to keep watch as I lay down to rest this first afternoon or whatever you'd call it. And hope that they'll vibrate my bones to wake me up if anything else comes.
You're no stranger to spending prolonged periods of time alone with your thoughts. So the week passes.
And I'm beaten within, or chewed within an inch of my life. I need the rest as well.
It'll take 8 days before William is even able to be conscious, 9 before he can move under his own power.
By this time, I will have ransacked the inn for all of its ethereal platonic solids and turned the place into as much of a death trap as I can manage. I have like the set snares stuff, rope use. So I will barricade the doors, set up any traps I can figure out. I imagine traps may be tough with limited materials, but at the very least I'll have like piled beds in stairways and made an obstacle course between us and the door.
You can find a few
Like-
poles or chair limbs here and there and create things that are on door frames, so if the door opens, things fall. Create little
Alert us to
sound
the
traps
presence.
to alert
Yeah.
you to if things move in the hallways. 9 days of Grimes sort of needing to sleep, but also just wandering around aimlessly while William slowly comes back to life.
Do my nightmares end when the fear is killed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm not stuck in that nightmare for 9 days.
You're not in a nightmare for 9 days, no.
Okay.
Eventually, everyone gains 9 HP, and William is back at 1. Grimes, I believe, is at 11.
Yeah.
My eyes
Sure
open.
you are.
I look around.
I think at first you think you're alone, and then you see in the corner, crouching in the shadows, is Grimes looking out over you.
Grimes. Not again. I look down and see my wounds bandaged. I thought you'd gone.
Grimes smiles. You've got to stop doing this, William. It's too damn close. I walk over and put a hand on his arm.
I think I pull you in for a hug. You saved me again, Grimes. I owe you everything.
A little surprised. You've saved us all 1,000 times. That's why you can't keep doing this to me.
That thing was a nightmare incarnate.
It was.
I could feel it feeding on
I'm
me.
sorry. I don't know what overtook me. It's like I lost a hold of myself for a few minutes there. There was nothing but fear.
You were almost dead. It made sense.
No, none of this makes any sense. You should be dead.
What do you mean?
You should be dead. I felt something. Something or someone intervened. I look out the window to the sky. Are there stars in it? I don't think there are stars, right? Look out the window to the empty sky. Something intervened, and I don't think it was those shadow demons.
It's the gods, Grimes. I told you. We're destined to make it home. Come, help me up.
I prop William up on his pillow. We need to heal. No more of this insane wandering until we're rested.
Yeah, we let our guards down. That was the first time I'd taken my armor off in years.
All right.
I nod. Perhaps we should find some more comfortable lodging. I look around. This hotel room just looks like a disaster. It's a bloodbath.
Yeah, I look down to the floor. You're right. Okay, help me up.
I prop you up. That castle doesn't sound so bad right about now, does it?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm up for breaking down any doors, but okay.
I'm gonna go piss in the queen's bath.
All right, let's do it. Help me. You gotta help me into my armor.
Yeah, we get William into his armor and limp up the road towards the castle.
In a loincloth, muscles bulging.
You're not wearing your loincloth. But you've got bandage strategically wrapped so that Matthew Berger doesn't have to draw any dicks.
One long bandage. Okay. Yeah, you help me into my armor. I pick up my shield, sheathe my swords, and I guess we make our way out of the town.
You can make your way to the castle. There is a gate here, and the castle gate has a sally port in it, like right next to it.
This time, I think I picked the lock.
Yeah, you can make some tools, improvise them. It'll take you a little while. Maybe you've been improvising them in your 9 days of downtime.
If I was able to find any, are there any metal bits or anything here?
Yeah, you'll find little bits of metal here and there, and little bits of wood everywhere, and put it together.
Okay.
But to your surprise, this sally port lock is easy. It's like a child's lock. It's like the sort of common lock you might find on any given ordinary door somewhere. It's not the expert lock that would normally be on a castle.
Are you sure I'm not just an expert thief? I mean, I have 21 and pick locks.
You get it picked in under a minute.
Yeah. It's probably, like a platonic ideal of a lock, right?
I suppose. You keep using the word platonic in a way that I don't understand,
Okay.
though.
It's a real world reference. It's not an Arcadian reference. So Plato has there was like the material world and then the world of ideals. I don't remember exactly the term he used for it. But there's
Platonic
like the
gesture, words, theories, or ideals, and
So there's
not leading to practical action.
No, it's like where we get our reasoning from. So like there's the material world, but like to theorize, you go to these root principles. So there's some theoretical realm where like the conception of a chair is. I mean, it's more. I mean, these are metaphors. It's more like this is this idea of how like mathematical concepts come. So there's like the concept of the number 2, but in that same way, there's like the concept of a chair, the concept of a lock.
Perfect,
like,
which is exactly
platonic
what we're...
ideal of forms. I think was the.
That makes a lot of sense then. Then you're using it perfectly.
Brush up on your Latin.
Yes, I did not do well on Latin.
I'm sure you studied this in school.
Yes.
Any case, yeah. So yes, this conceptual lock melts in my hands, metaphorically speaking. This lock was too easy. It's almost as if the gods put as much effort into making the shadow of the lock as they did in making this shadow. There's that shadow of a bush over there. Yes, chat, you're right. It would be Greek, not Latin. And we enter the sally port into the keep.
Yes, you do. You can make your way through the keep. If there is a door that is locked in your path, Grimes can very clearly handle it.
All right.
And you can
Is there
make
anything
your
interesting
way...
in the castle? Or I think we just make our way up to the tallest towers, to the royal chambers, and settle down to rest for 2 months.
Perhaps we should stay in the same room, Grimes. Pull one of these beds into here.
Well, the beds that you will find are huge beds. They're like California Kings. They could fit many, many people.
So I'm sure they'll fit a giant of a man such as William.
They'll fit 2 of you with like room for a person to lay longwise between the 2 of you. You need not ever touch.
All right, fine. We'll sleep.
William sleeps in the bed, and Grimes curls up on the floor.
No, Grimes, don't sleep on the floor. You deserve to sleep in the bed. Look, it's big enough.
Maybe after some persuading, William convinces Grimes to come up in the bed, but by morning he's made his way down to the floor.
Oh, okay.
Curled up as he's used to on the ground.
Yeah.
I go to sleep, happy and feeling safe in the knowledge that Grimes is with me. And in the morning, panic, waking up and seeing him not there. Grimes, where are you?
Grimes like sits up in the foot of the bed and looks up.
Oh.
What? Hi.
No, nothing. It's fine. What are you doing down there?
I couldn't sleep in the bed. It felt all wrong. After all these years of adventuring, sleeping in the snow, in the rock, a jail cell.
I shuffle down to the end of
The bed just isn't quite right.
And I was sitting on the end of the bed, and I put an arm on your shoulder and say, "Look, Grimes, trust me. We're gonna make it out of here. We're gonna get home, and both of us, we're gonna live a life of comfort once this is all over. Trust me." The gods will it. I know it. I can feel it inside of me.
I nod for William's sake, not entirely believing it myself.
Let's, why don't we wander around the castle today? Maybe we can tie some bedsheets together and make some rope.
I didn't tell you? I found some rope.
Oh, really?
I 150 feet. It's probably wrapped around my shoulder or something like that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Wow.
Went to it.
Where was it?
It was at the well, next to the tavern.
Well, that's great news. That's just great news, Gripes. Fantastic. Come, let's, I'm sure they've got all sorts of, like, I was going to say paintings and stuff, but I guess not.
There are paintings, but they just aren't quite right.
Formless nonsense.
Right? Is there a painting in this room that's just like a gray swish or something?
Wait.
So like a stick figure, a happy face?
There is the same painting of the same man all over the damn palace. It's like the one picture of a king wearing his like resplendent clothes with his crown and holding his scepter. But all the tapestries are this one picture. It's the same face over and over, watching you.
I have an idea, Grimes. Maybe there's a war room with a map or something that we can work out where we are.
The maps will all be the same map.
Yeah,
Books
the
will
map
all be the same damn book.
It's worth a check. It's worth checking out. Look, we can't sit in this room all day.
Yeah. We've got months to kill, so eventually we'll make it to the war room.
Mm-hmm. It's empty.
Is there a map?
No. There's no
No
map.
maps?
There's no.
Is it a
All the
book?
scrolls and books that would be stacked up here are just gone.
God damn it, this place. I throw some generic paintings on the floor. Fine, whatever. Whatever. As long as we don't have to fight anything, it's better than where we were before. Let's just, explore. Maybe we can head out into the town in a couple of days.
I think we should hunker down here. Rest up.
I suppose it's dangerous.
Nod. What if another one of those fears comes to find us?
Yeah, you're right. We're used to spending eternities together in small spaces. This room, it's bigger than the tent we slept in Caledonia anyway. And there's less of us.
The bed's bigger than the tent in Caledonia.
Yeah. Much bigger, in fact.
Is there a chapel in the
There is.
in the castle?
Yes. There are going to be a few of them, but there's one up in the area where you have been sleeping in the matriarch or patriarch's bedroom.
At some point,
Near it.
Grimes will visit the chapel. I don't know if William comes too.
Yeah, we'll stick together.
And
Some prayer, Grimes. This'll do us good. Good idea.
Grimes walks around to the... Are they statues, or is this just like a simple like mini chapel inside the castle?
It's a 20-foot room, maybe 10 feet wide. There's pews on the left side, a walkway on the right side, a small altar at the back. You would expect normally there to be some trappings and trappings of religion here, but instead there's just a nondescript statue in the wall on like a small pedestal with a little altar before it and a slight dais under the altar.
Grimes approaches it. Can you hear me? I don't know who you are, or if you're listening, but thank you for saving William.
I'm sat on a pew behind Grimes, in prayer, as he walks ahead to the altar and says that. And I guess I'll walk up next to him and put an arm on his shoulder and say, "Let's pray together, Grimes. Kneel." And I'll kneel down in front of the altar.
Just like Sunday school.
Yeah.
Grimes says, taking a knee.
And I'll lead us in a prayer to Madrigal for hope.
While the prayer goes on, Grimes, you will sort of feel in your bones another voice saying 1 in 10 words along with you, slowly and quietly, in long, drawn-out hisses.
Is William leading a prayer, or is it a silent prayer?
No, I'm speaking out loud.
Mm-hmm. Is this like something that... would this be like a common thing? Like,
I guess so, yeah. If it's like a common prayer to Madrigal.
I don't know. I'm asking. Is there? Like, is this something where...
There are plenty of
together?
common prayers that you could follow along. He could be saying one that you would know by heart easily. You say your prayers, a voice goes along with you that only Grimes is aware of. And I think we're just going to try and skip through some of this time, because there's a lot here.
Yeah.
The two of you will sort of make a life for yourself in this abandoned castle, in this abandoned town. And you'll notice a few things. Every now and then, you will see what appears to be a flock of birds in the distance. And
William, look, birds!
What? Really?
When was the last time you saw a bird?
There wasn't any birds in Caledonia.
It's been years.
And then you get a closer look. And they're not birds. They're like spherical-ish creatures with short fur and a mouth and bat-like wings, and that's it. There's no eyes, there's no other limbs, there's no feet. It's just teeth and flesh and fur and wings. And they move in flocks.
Are they coming this way?
No.
Let's stay inside.
Did they ever come within 180 yards of the castle?
Probably. Want to shoot one of them?
Feet? Yeah. One of these boring afternoons, I'll take pot shots at these bats from the castle windows. Yeah,
you have unlimited ammunition and 2 months to kill. So you can kill them as they come by. They don't come often. When they die, they fall from the sky.
If I shoot one?
Yeah. When you kill one, it'll fall from the sky and the others will fly off in a different direction.
They don't pose a threat, so I guess no need to roll or bother with this, but
yeah.
Grimes amuses himself by shooting these things from the castle windows.
Is there like a kennel in the castle?
There are stables down below.
Yeah,
you could find a kennel.
I guess I just go and sit in the kennel for a bit one day, and if Grimes is there, I'll say, "Do you remember the dogs, Grimes? What did we put them through?"
Hell.
Shake my head.
Yeah.
We should
hope they'd make it through. At least one of them.
Zara.
Nimrod. I don't think we mentioned the other names, but...
What is it all?
But at least Grimes is thinking of Amelie and Ferris, Yarmir, and Captain Hughes, and all the men of the fort, all the dead.
So many lives lost. For what, gold? That's the only reason we were ever there, Grimes. Just gold. There wasn't even a war when this started. It was just greed.
I shake my head.
Really puts things into perspective.
Fuck the queen, I say. Fuck all the queens. Do we need to relieve ourselves in this plane?
Let's see. You're not taking in any food, so no. But when you drink, you will need to relieve yourself from that.
So is that a thing that happens, or is that something that doesn't?
You could technically go without water, but it sounds like you want to drink water anyway, sometimes.
Well, no, I want to piss in the queen's bathtub.
Oh, yeah, you can easily make yourself piss in the queen's bathtub. Just drink some water, and you're good to go.
Okay.
A month later, you guys have grown familiar with this castle. You know it inside and out. You've maybe ventured into the town a little bit sometimes. And it's been the most peaceful 2 months of your lives. There's been no one but the two of you. It's true.
We've scoured the castle high and low. Are there any valuables in it?
Not a single one.
What about any curiosities? Like, these paintings sound lame, but are there any artifacts of the shadow plane that would fetch a pretty penny if brought back to a collector in the prime material world?
Give me an example of one such thing that might exist.
I'm not sure. I mean, for example, I've got these demonic pauldrons and the Gatebreaker's horns that I'm assuming will have some sort of artistic value back in Arcadia. Is there is there a
anything from the shadow plane would probably be of interest or use to a spellcaster, a research mage.
I guess I've got the shadow rope. Yeah.
I mean, maybe the painting is useful. Who is this person? Maybe it's a special person. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a composite of all the pictures here.
For some reason, the painting doesn't seem to be the thing. It's clearly in poor taste. This isn't art.
I think by the time the month is over, we've probably cut down all of the paintings.
Yeah.
Looking at this guy.
Yeah. I mean, even if is there silverware? I guess not. Or sconces, torches.
There are sconces, but they have no torches. There are drawers with silverware separators, but no silverware.
Yeah.
The fireplace is empty with no wood in it.
Could I roll an appraisal check to try and find something of value?
Yeah.
You need a 50.
No.
Yeah.
It's all worthless.
It's just crap.
All right, we tend to our wounds, wandering the halls of the keep.
Yeah. You will find that there are many wells scattered throughout the castle and the city. So if you want, you can collect the rope from all the wells and have as much rope as you need.
I feel like 150 feet is good for me, but
I'll take 150.
You can gather it up, and yeah.
How much does 150 feet of rope weigh?
It's shadow rope.
50
feet
is
weightless,
8,
right?
so 8 times 3 is 24 pounds.
24. Perfect, alright.
Then I guess I'm cutting mine down to 100, maybe 16.
I can take the extra 50.
72. Let's see. I need to get it down.
Then mark it as a 150 and a 50 foot if it's cut.
Yeah, I will.
Hold on, I'm trying to. I think I need to get it down to 10 pounds.
I mean, just let me carry it for you.
I want to have my own. I mean, carry some, but I want it. So
I'll carry 100 maybe, and you carry 50.
Let's see, 50 feet would be 8. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I've got 270 feet of rope right now.
You've got 270 and he's got 50?
Yeah.
Well, eventually, you are rested. You're at full.
Okay.
It's time to go.
Grimes, I'm feeling
I need to 55. I need to heal 44 HP.
Yeah, I needed to do 52, so.
50. Yeah.
Let's well, we haven't left the keep, but I think it's time to head down to the docks. Look for a boat.
Let's go.
You can head down the large staircase that runs within the cliffside. There's a tavern built into it near the top. You head all the way down. You find stone and wood piers down below.
Is there like a switchback to get there? Or
yeah, it's a switchback staircase. Half of the staircase is in the actual cliff. The other half is on the outside. So like it switches back. And rather than like winding, part of it is just embedded. So it's just staircase on top of staircase on top of staircase.
Do you still have the spyglass?
No.
Is there a spyglass in the keep?
No.
Okay. Can we see anything on the other side of the canal? Is it too far?
From where the castle comes down, it's actually in a bit of a bay, and the other side is still part of the same landmass. If that makes sense. It's like if you were in Sweden and you would be seeing Estonia, you wouldn't be looking out across the Arctic Sea.
Yeah. All right, so we head down the stairs to the dock, and I am hoping and praying that we find a boat down here.
There are 5 large boats, all identical, 5 medium boats, all identical, and 10 small boats, all identical, including some rowboats.
Remember when we first got to the demon plane?
Yeah.
Rode across that damn eel sea.
How long was that? A year? A month?
Does it matter?
No. No, it doesn't.
Well, care for one more row for old time's sake?
I don't think it'll be as far as that. Let's hope not. Yeah.
Okay. You can hop in the boat.
Is there just one set of oars or 2?
Well, we can steal some from another boat, so.
Yeah, just steal some from another boat. I guess you do need the little holes for the rope.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Let's see. The rowboats will have 1 set of oars, and then the small boats will be closer to fishing boats, so it'll probably also have 1 set plus a small mast and sail. But there's no
I guess
wind.
we'll hop in a rowboat, right?
Yeah. All right, I can row.
Yeah. I will consult the tuning fork as he rows. Let me know if you'd like me to take a shift. Yeah.
Sure, I think I can do it. I feel stronger than I have for I don't know how long. I could kill a dragon right now, Grimes.
Well, I heard there's one around here.
Yeah. Well, lucky for it, we haven't seen it again.
The fork points due west, and you row.
Okay.
If you have to go south to go past this peninsula and then head due west, you can see the other side of the canal from here. It towers hundreds and hundreds of feet in the air and only a few miles away.
Is there a dock somewhere on the other side?
Yeah, you can see a town at the top of the wall, top of the cliff, just due west of where you are. The canal will continue north and south.
Well, let's head to
cross
the
this
dock.
4-mile section and be out of town. Yeah?
Yeah, perfect.
Right.
Yeah, we landed this other town.
Hop on the other town, and there's docks with boats, a few buildings, and a switchback staircase that climbs back up the cliff.
Enemy territory, Grimes. As we climb up. This is Mistrea, I think. I wonder where we're going.
This is where that dragon lives, isn't it?
I think about it. Yeah, actually, I think to the tuning fork. I wonder if that's where this is pointing.
Well,
let's keep walking. There's no reason to stay here. I think this is Mistrean town's aren't up to much.
You can push through the empty city, feeling very familiar to High Castle, almost identical to High Castle, actually. And along a road, you'll rest here. Probably it's somewhere on this road. And the next day, push through a forest. The trees pressing in around you, but different than the last one. Not so much oppressive and clustering, coming close to you and creating walls around you. More of just a big, bleak, open expanse of trees. Pass through this and come across a castle, a walled city. All walls stretch all the way around it. The road goes to the gate and through it, but also the road curves. There's a little bit of a road around the castle as well, where one road goes north and one road goes west under the south side of the town.
So we can just avoid the castle entirely.
Yeah, let's just go around it. I ain't got time for this.
Yeah. You pass the castle along a road. You rest again. You enter another wood along the path. You cross a river. The road begins to turn southward as the tuning fork pulls you west. You could continue leaving the path behind, traveling over plains, but you can see a forest in the distance that you're going to have to cross into. To your north, there are tall mountains covered with trees, the very peaks of which, beyond the tree line, are snow-capped. Or you can head south along the road.
There's only one set of mountains in Mistrea, Grimes. I look up to the top of the peaks. This is where the dragon lives.
I look longingly up to the mountains.
Mistrea is a peninsula. The canals surround it on all sides. Perhaps we should follow the road and attempt to cross to the city.
I wonder what the dragon's lair is like.
What if it's there? Dragons can plane shift, can't they? I say. Actually, I don't. I don't see any reason to check it out. There's probably nothing there, just a bunch of caves.
Alright then.
I say
Just follow the road and hope it curves west.
Yeah. I think it... Yeah.
You take the road south, and as you make progress going south, and check in with your tuning fork, you will see that it begins to pull a little bit more and more northward the further south you go.
How are we feeling in strength here? Is it getting stronger?
It has gotten stronger, but it's taken a long time. So each time you check it, you won't notice it. But by now, when you look back and you're like, oh yeah, it was way weaker before. The change is slow, so you don't really notice it. It's like watching a cat grow up. Each individual day, it's the same size, but then you're like, wait a minute, that thing is way bigger than when it was a little kitten. You don't really notice the change.
Gods, we've walked from one end of Arcadia to another. We'll be in a Kuba soon, Grimes. And we keep walking along the road, hoping to find the canal.
Yeah. You walk along the road, enter a town, another town just like the ones before you. You cross it, along a path, over a river. You keep heading south, and now it's at like a 45-degree angle for you. It's pulling you northwest, but the road continues south, maybe southwest.
Okay.
Eventually, you reach a town overlooking another canal next to a large river. The river is south of the town. The canal is west of the town you're approaching from the north.
How high are the cliffs on the other side of the canal?
700 feet or so. And by now, the tuning fork is pulling you north by northwest.
Is this town at the canal level?
No, it's up on a wall. You'll have to hike down the switchback again.
Are there switchbacks leading down to docks below?
Yep. The docks are actually kind of far, like awkwardly positioned near the town. The switchback, instead of going straight down, kind of goes down and way over. Because on the south side of the town is this huge waterfall. This massive river dumps over the side, most of it turning to mist before it reaches the ground, and the docks have been just shoved way far away so that the people on the dock won't just be in rain all day every day.
Can we find a boat down here?
There are boats.
Okay, but there's no dock on the... I guess we sailed to the other side. We didn't.
Yeah.
So the thing's clearly pointing north though, right?
Yeah.
Can we sail north, or is it against the tide?
You can sail. There's no tide. The canal
you said there was no dock across the way?
Correct.
Yeah, but there's got to be a town on here somewhere.
Shall we row north and see if we find a town?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. You row north along the canal. The canal begins to shift after a day or so of rowing. I skipped over a few more sleeps. Yeah, you will get tired.
So we'll take shifts.
You'll
Okay.
Nap in the boat. Probably. Maybe we keep moving constantly. So like one of us naps while the other rows and switch off.
Yeah.
Good idea. You row north and north until the canal takes a sharp turn west and then another turn north. I say it's sharp, but the canal is like 10 miles wide, so you've got plenty of time to see it coming and row with it. And you find yourself being pointed due north to an island in the middle of the canal, covered with trees. It is not nearly as tall as the cliffs on either side. It's maybe 100-foot cliffs, and there are some areas where the cliffs are more gentle, some areas where they're steeper, and there's even a couple of beaches. Not that the beaches lead to trails that go up the cliffside, but there are some soft landing spots.
Does the fork look like it's pointing to the island?
It does, and it's beginning to point upward as you get closer to the island.
Is the island got a mountain on it?
No.
Or something, or a hill? This is it, Grimes. This is the place.
How is this place?
I don't know. Let's land. I jump out the boat and pull onto the shore.
Pull the boat
pull up to the beach.
Well, the beach is small, kind of rocky, kind of sandy, like large grains of sand. And before
any structures on the island? What's up?
There are cliffs that you would climb that go up, and eventually the cliffs give way to, in theory, flat-ish ground.
Can we
you can
walk
see where
up
the
the
trees,
cliffs, or
you would need to climb.
How high are they?
About 100, and somewhere between 100 and 200 feet, depending on where you are. I guess where you are right now is going to be about 130 feet.
Isn't it a beach?
Yeah, it's a beach at the bottom of a cliff.
Okay.
Think you can make it up there, Grimes?
Sure.
I hand you the ropes.
I will need 2 climbing checks to scale the 130 feet.
Yeah, I will ditch my armor down below. Can you carry this up for me?
Yeah.
Or tie it to the rope when I get to the top?
I can carry it. No problem.
I'll climb up.
It'll be a -2 check on both of your climbing checks.
-2?
Penalty of 2.
Oh. Bad rolls, but we're fine. So I climb up with 150 feet of rope, get to the top.
You get to the top of the cliff, and the first thing you see is the corpse of a demon.
Shit.
Demon warrior.
Grimes looks around. See if there's any more.
I start climbing.
Hold on.
You gotta wait for him to lower the rope.
Oh no, you've got to secure the rope. Yeah, sorry.
I take a moment to make sure there's no other demons around and then find the nearest tree.
You can attach the rope and lower it down. William, it's a +10 on your check, which is, I think, 1/3 of your strength and dex put together. And this will be the sort of like, can you make it up at all or not? If you fail, you'll have to find a new landing spot and try again somewhere else.
Is it 2 or 1 check for him?
It'll be 2 checks.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. You scale up the cliff as well.
I reach a hand over to pull William up the ledge. Say, William, look. And I point to the demon corpse.
Oh, I haven't seen one of these fuckers in a long time.
You're less concerned than I expected. Can I have my armor?
To kill. Yeah, sure. I throw it to you. I draw my sword.
I suit up.
You take your time to equip yourself. William stands guard.
Then look back at the fork.
It
portal
points
detecting tongue
towards the island. The trees here are large redwoods all over the place. Huge, tall trees. And deeper in, you see what appear to be some sequoias. Not as tall as the redwoods, but thick all the way around. 10, 15 feet wide.
Well, let's see what's here. Does the demon have gear on it? Was it armored or armed?
All of its weapons and armor, if it ever had any, are gone. It just has its natural materials.
Does it have any wounds?
It does.
What kind of wounds?
It has 5 puncture marks in it on its front side, which it is laying on. So you have to roll it over to see these.
Mm-hmm. No missiles lobbed them?
Give me a level check. D20 plus your level. William, you're a warrior, so you can give me... Oh, it doesn't matter. Grimes will figure it out. These are definitely arrow wounds.
But the arrows have been removed.
Mm-hmm.
These look like arrow wounds. Could there be someone
Who
here?
lives around here?
Grimes stands up and shouts, "Hello!"
These trees,
Out
Grimes.
of the woods. Actually, more like stepping out of a tree itself.
Oh my god, it's a fucking scrag.
Stepping from the tree is a humanoid figure with long silvery hair that comes down to behind its back, tied up with strings, almond-shaped eyes, clear complexion, long ears, wearing gentle silks with a bow notched with an arrow pointed your direction. I think this is where we will end for the day. When we come back next week, next time, we'll see where we are.
Awesome.
All right. That's it for Homeward Bound this week, everybody. We'll have a regular complement of shows and everything, and I think we will meet back sometime next month for our next Homeward Bound. We'll do scheduling a little bit later and figure it out. Do you want to say anything or give any thoughts, or should we just leave it hanging?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to say.
Hell of an episode, as usual.
Yeah. A roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
Well then, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thanks for watching.